say that so many times. It's good, it's so good, but it is. Hello muggles, my name is Ashley Starmo and welcome to my channel. Here's my wand. I was holding it but in the other hand. So I don't know about you, but if you are like me, you're obsessed with television. But there are so many shows that I think are super underappreciated, super underrepresented, and I know school has started, some of you are in college still, so I'm going to give you some binge-worthy series that I don't think have been put out there or marketed enough so that I can inspire you to avoid all of your responsibilities. First, you need to watch The Bold Type. If you haven't heard about it, it's because it's on Freeform. I know. I was hesitant. It's like a younger Sex and the City, but like a millennial version, and I am living for it. It's so good. It's the only TV show that I am willing to watch it as it's on air, other than like Game of Thrones, obviously. But I will watch the commercials and I'll wait for it every single Tuesday when it comes out because it's so good. I'm obsessed with it. These three girls are best friends and they work at this fashion magazine and they all have very aspirational careers. So they navigate through their career aspirations as well as very current and relevant social issues and relationships, whether that be romantic or their friendships with each other. And this is honestly the most realistic representation of young women friendships, young female friendships. They don't bicker, they're very supportive of each other, they're very uplifting, and I think there needs to be a lot more of that because so many shows only feature catty stuff or like, I want your boyfriend, or you know, you were a bitch, like, you know, that thing. And obviously there are some moments that are tense, but they're so supportive of each other, and that just really represents more of the friendships I've had, and it is A+ content. Life sentence: if you like to torture yourself like I do and start series that you already know have been canceled, proceed without caution, really. Animal Kingdom is a show that I believe was adapted from an Australian film, but it's about this family who steals a bunch of shit and they're pretty rich from doing so. And then their nephew, his name is Jay, and his mom dies, so he basically is taken care of by this family now. So it's very fascinating because as a viewer, you are new to the world the same way that Jay is new to the world, so you're trying to, along with him, get your bearings, and you have to decide if you're rooting for him to stay moral and uncorrupted, or if you kind of want him to kind of dive into this murky world where there's a lot of breaking the law, and you're like, who do I want him to be in this world? Sharp Objects is getting a lot of Emmy buzz because obviously Amy Adams is crazy, wicked, talented, and she deserves to get some Emmy buzz. But I haven't been hearing enough talk about it with people in my real life, other than, you know, people that I live with. So you should watch this. It's so good. So Sharp Objects is actually adapted by a book that Gillian Flynn wrote, and if that author sounds familiar to you, it's because it should be. She wrote Gone Girl, which was then obviously adapted into like a huge blockbuster. Very good, like, words. It's a really good film. So basically Amy Adams' character, she's a reporter and she has to visit her hometown to do reporting, and what she's reporting on is that there is a murderer on the loose who is killing young girls in the town. I feel like the subplot is the murder, and then the actual pull is how Amy's character becomes so jaded and flawed. So it's really like a character analysis of someone's toxic childhood. It's real good. The End of the Fucking World. Yes, the show was popular on Pinterest, but I think that was for like a month, and I feel like it should still be being talked about. I understand that there was only 4 episodes, so it's a little more difficult to keep it in the forefront of your mind, but it's really exciting because we are getting a second season. I don't know how I feel about the second season. I loved the story. I didn't think it needed a second season, so I'm curious to see what they do with it and if it lives up to its potential, or if it's gonna ruin the end. Having a new ending is gonna ruin the original ending. If you want to see my thoughts about that, I actually did like a super a super analytical video of that show. I will link it downstairs for you. Alright friends, I hope I inspired you to curl up on the couch and ignore all of your tasks. Thanks for watching.